Okay, let's get to transits. So I think the biggest thing is Mars has gone into Aquarius, Venus is in Gemini, Mars and Saturn are conjunct in Aquarius. I'm going through my Saturn turn, very fun, and it's actually been really great. Been able to focus and get so much shit done. It's great. Moon is in Leo for the next day. So Friday as well as the first part of Saturday, probably around 4 p.m. or so. I'm gonna confirm that. On Pacific time is when that's gonna switch over. What does this all mean? Yeah, about 3:30 Pacific time tomorrow. What does this all mean? I think the most important thing to focus on first is Mars and Saturn being conjunct in Aquarius. This is like every energy, it's got its gifts and its challenges. The gift of this is being able to be very focused on a long-term goal or vision for your future, being able to develop. And again, I know that when Mars was in Capricorn, this kind of vibe was still there. So we've been dealing with this for actually quite a while. It's shifted into a new region of space. This one being Aquarius, and new characteristics. And I think it's really um, this entire time. I know for a lot of people it's been a little bit actually been a lot frustrating because they've not necessarily been able to focus on what maybe they're most focused on in life, being their profession, and a lot of people can't work right now. So I really encourage you to find ways to utilize this energy to build in some kind of meaningful way. If it's not with your profession, that's okay. Look for what you can do to develop skills and abilities, knowledge, whatever, outside of your profession that you can then take to your profession, to your career. And if that's not really possible or feasible, or if you can do that to some extent, but then you need to do more, it's really good to develop some kind of side hobby, something else that's really important. Maybe something that you're going to do after. Maybe this is one phase of your profession, and then this next phase over here or over here. Again, with this, we're really looking at the future in general. So it is going to be practical during this time. So let's not look ahead 4 steps. Not well. And that's what's going on for you, and that's great. If, as my buddy says, water whatever's growing. So that's whatever's inspiring you, your spirit, your mind to go, oh, and that would be cool. Oh, that would be cool. Wow, yeah, great. Again, just like with the video I just did before this one, for me, I'm getting it out through writing, and I think that's something else is a big thing too. Because again, I'm at 207,000 fucking words for this astrology book. This this transit is all about Herculean effort, really going for the gold for something huge. And if you're younger, that's more setting the foundation for what's to come. If you're a little bit older, like myself, turning 29 this year, I'm getting so old, gonna retire. Just kidding. Or especially older, more advanced, around 50s, 60s, etc. This is a really great time to make the most of what you've already been doing in life and what you've already been working towards. So again, for me, it's like, okay, this is a great time to finish this fucking book. I've been working on this for almost a decade, as per learning and what I need to know and whatnot. What time to get it out? It's a concretization period. For all of us, it's a concretization period. But again, for some people, it's going to be more laying the foundation for things to come. For some people, it's going to be running the ball across the finish line for what you've already been working on. And I think it's good to keep in mind that it's not going to be specifically about age, for it to be one or the other. Because I think actually all of us, yes, we're running it across the line, but then we're laying the foundation for new things to come. And and even if you're younger, you're still going to be, as you lay that foundation, also enjoying the accomplishments and the wisdom and the insights and the maturity and the all of that from the years that you lived before. So this is really for all of us, even though it's going to be a little bit more one or the other depending on your age demographic in general. This is really a wonderful time to get things together that are really important to you, that you're excited about and inspire you, and to then be free to work on getting other things together. So again, with the book, I already have what I already have my writing schedule for after, and then I have an album also that I need to put together with my band whenever I can be in their presence again. um, but yeah, and I think that's actually a quick note as per the whole Corona thing. I think that's a big way to channel the frustration that a lot of people feel during this time of, I feel stuck, I feel afraid or whatnot. especially for the feeling stuck, this is something that we can do, and that's a good way to help mitigate fear for sure, is positive action, productive action. So being able to move forward with what you can move forward with during this time is essential, and is really important to be able to make the most of this energy, and also to avoid the challenge, which is to say, this energy it's a very intense energy, as per, oh, I feel trapped. That can be a big challenge with this energy, because there is a lot of pressure. That Saturn is pressure and Mars is action, and so when you have them together, again, the best of it is what we were talking about before, is let's work hard, Mars, towards something that has a long-term purpose and structure for myself and what I can contribute to the society, Saturn. The challenge is I'm angry, I'm restless, I'm chaotically just saying and doing things, Mars in Aquarius, and I feel trapped, so I'm gonna react all the more, Saturn. That is not inevitable. The challenge that we feel with any energy or any combination of energies is not inevitable. It's all about awareness and practice. So being aware of, oh, okay, I just need to go work out. That's a big thing too. I've been saying that a lot this past month and a half with this particular conjunction of Mars and Saturn. Work out, that's also important. Get it all out, great. Then you're not going to really have the pent up anger and rage and fuel to explode, because you're going to be utilizing it for something healthy and productive. So working out, and again, working towards something that is very meaningful for you. And then with Saturn, if you're keeping in mind vision and patience and wisdom, then you won't react to Saturn saying, hey, you need to move forward with something meaningful with, fuck you, Saturn, you can't tell me what to do, or in the form of another human being, like, hey, you need to stay at home, this is important for society and people's well-being, fuck you, that's not inevitable that a person reacts in that kind of immature and unhealthy way. The healthy version of Saturn, again, is just long-term focus and discipline and work that requires, it's a marathon, not running a sprint. Okay, we've talked a lot about that, and I don't want to make this too long, but long story short, Venus is in Gemini. That's going to help a lot, as per being able to communicate from one person to another, being able to enjoy a lot of laughs. This is a great time to call others, to go on group chats or group video game sprees like I've been doing with my friends. um, and I think one thing to keep in mind with that is to not believe everything that you hear, or to not let your imagination run wild with Mercury and Pisces being directly conjunct Neptune. It is going to be easing away from Neptune over the next week or so, but right where it is right now is directly conjunct. So that's, especially since Gemini is ruled by Mercury, this is something that's good to keep in mind is, yes, have fun communicating with others. Know that it might be a little bit tricky at figuring out exactly what they mean. Be patient. Don't react automatically. Again, exhaust all the Mars and Saturn energy that we're feeling. Don't argue points to win points. This is a terrible time for arguing in general, because you're going to be coming from a place of pent up anger. It's okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. Having different perspectives is good. It's always good to have different perspectives and to share them and to have discourse. I mean, arguing in the sake of picking apart little things, it's not going to help at any time, especially during this one, because things can be said that can't be unsaid. I mean, that's true for any time, but especially with this, it can flow really quick, and it's like, oh, fuck, what did I just say? Oh, God, that can really hurt people. So get all the energy out in good ways. And another thing is, Moon is in Leo, and that's the last thing for today. We'll talk about other stuff later on. Um, but Moon in Leo is a very creative, very dramatic potential placement, like every Leo placement. I have a fuckload of Leo, so I know. Having Moon in Leo is really important to keep things in perspective and not, again, just express yourself creatively. Express yourself in some kind of healthy way, just like with this Aquarius energy. Get it out in some good way, and then you won't, in any kind of bad way. So, like I said in the other video, I have my recorded readings are at a discount, so go check those out. About section, YouTube, bio section, Instagram, and go pre-order my book if you're interested. My PayPal email is williamharrison@live.com. Infinite love to you, my friends. Namaste. Peace. And if you've never had a reading, come get a reading. I do a free 15-minute reading for a Facebook review. Peace.